My name is Jeanette Murphy, and so therefore that is the Irish connection. My mother was from Ireland, and my father was Nigerian, and I have two brothers and a sister. And we were brought up mainly in London. Myself, I'm a multi-person, a jack of many trades, or not a jack, a queen of many trades. And I do sort of music and graphic design.
And do you want to just sing me a few bars, please?
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. I think that Irish music has always been in my psyche. I like all types of music. I always have, and playing music. As a songwriter myself, I've always played all types of music, from classical to African to soul to reggae, and now indeed Irish, which I've been playing now for, this is going to show my age, for about at least 30 years now. I was introduced to it at a local pub I used to go to. They used to do Irish sessions there. It was absolutely mad. There were about 20 or 30 musicians around the table. I was in awe of it, so I eventually got the nerve to bring my guitar down and then started playing Irish music, which I just love doing, really. Really, I've never thought of my colour as anything else but what I am. For me, this is the most important thing, who I am. I don't look at colour, so I don't expect to be looked at for my colour. I've got to admit that in sessions, when I play in a lot of Irish sessions, people are kind of quite surprised to see a sort of a black female guitarist sitting amongst the crew, you know, and they're like, "Are you sure you know how to play Irish music?" And I'm like, "Yes." It's sort of like, it just sort of seems to me that yes, if you can play guitar, you can play all types of music. So, but it's never bothered me. Everyone, you know, totally great, really friendly. It's never been a blocking stone for me, really. It was like in London, it was no blacks, no Irish. I mean, you know, if you were black or if you were Irish, you were treated with so much disdain. It was incredible, you know. And so it was something that, you know, as a black person and as Irish people coming into another country, we were, you know, we could stand in unity on that, you know, because we had that association of annihilation. Do you see what I'm saying? Which should make us basically stronger. I think perhaps the younger generation don't see that because they just take it now for granted that everything's fine. But initially, you were still fighting some of these barriers that were coming on, and how people had always seen black people or Irish people to be. You know, I mean, it was that paranoia freak that if you had an Irish accent, you were probably a bomber, you know. And well, this is it. And if you were black, you were definitely going to be mugged.
Yes.
You know, and it didn't really matter, or you were going to steal, or something like that, you know. It's that kind of thing of like where the minority shout loudest. So, do you see what I mean? It's like a lot of other people are just getting on and they enjoy it, you know, and they are. I mean, I suppose there are sort of some areas where people don't really kind of look deeply enough to realise how racist that could be or how prejudiced that could be. But I have never had any hesitation about turning around and telling somebody and sort of saying, and pulling them up on it and sort of saying, you know, if I find myself being offended by it or if they're offending somebody, anybody, I sort of, you know, say, cut it out. This is a tune of my own devising. And it's called, this tune is called Scatting on a Train. In my life in London, on many occasions, I've gone out and done a little bit of busking here and there. And this is roughly something that came about from that. It's a bit jazzy. I like a bit of jazz. So it's kind of, well, with a name like Murphy, it's kind of jazz Irishish. Yeah. This is called, it's Getting on a Train. Oh, dang a dang a dang a ding dong. Well, sitting on a train heading nowhere. Seems like I seem to do this every day in my life. Always the same old journey, yeah. It's 9 to 5, oh, but I guess I wouldn't change it for anything, no. 'Cause at the end of the day, I can do what I like, yeah. Oh, and I don't have some begging man telling me what to do in my life. You can't go out wearing that dress, girl. Don't look right, well, all I gotta say is my life choice, boy. So don't fuss it, don't let them tell you what to do. You get you, time's on your side. Don't let them hold you back or control you. Keep your faith shining bright. Ain't it funny how people never practice what they preach? No, everyday politicians keep saying what we should do with our lives, yeah. Propaganda on the radio, BBC, the best supply. No salt, no sugar, no booze. What's this? I just don't like, yeah. They all do what I say, but then they just do what they like. Don't let them tell you what to do. You got you, time's on your side. Don't let them hold you back or control you. Keep your faith shining bright. I still got dig it, oh, 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 day, every day. It's getting on a train my way, yeah. It's got dig it, lose the ways both ways, yeah. Do ba 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 ba, yeah. Oh, dig it, no. This is life's the way you work it, no dignity. I got to bag it up, gotta work it, no dignity, oh, the bag it, yeah. That's the way you work it, no dignity. I got to bag it up, scat, that ain't my way, yeah. Don't let them tell you what to do. You got youth, time's on your side. Don't let them hold you back or control you. Keep your faith shining bright. Well, you just keep your faith shining brightly. It's been a great honour to be invited to play at the ICC today. I thought, because of the fact that I was invited here, was probably because I play a lot at the Irish Centre, and one of my favourite songs that I love to sing is what I shall try now, which is called Raglan Road by Kavanagh. Autumnly I saw her first anew. sadness and that grief be a falling leaf in the dawning of the day. Well, on Grafton Road in November, we drift slightly on the ledge. Lover nearer me, where can he sing the worth of passion's pledged? And the Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. And I love too much, and such by such is happiness thrown away. So I gave her gifts of mind, I gave her a sequence sign that's known to the artists who have known true gods of sand and stone, and word and tinsel with thousands. I gave her words to say, with her own name and her own dark hair, like the clouds of the fields of May. Well, on a quiet street where all goes sweet, I see her walking now. Well, away from me so hurriedly, my reasons must allow that I have not loved as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos her, these she'll lose wings at the dawn of the day. This is a tune that's quite young in the making. And it's called My Perfect Moment, or For One Perfect Moment. And it's all about always looking for something, always trying to find something. And suddenly it only happens in the split of a second, but suddenly everything becomes clear, clarified, total, and that's what it is, the perfect moment. It doesn't last very long, but it's the true realization of things. So this is what this song is about. And I'm going to take the capo off on this one. Something has changed. Deja vu feels so familiar. This waiting game I have played, but always somehow ended alone. I know what love is like. It's all about give and taking. When you watch a kettle boil, well, time goes so slow. And all I needed was just a bit of it. Every time I tried, well, I just couldn't let go. Love stepped through my door before I was ready. Took me by surprise, in love I had fallen. Could that be more strange? And yet, oh, so something, someone to call my own. And you were always there for my good and bad. And every time I swore, well, you wouldn't let go. And now I guess I see where you have always been, right by my side to let you else know. Love stepped through my door before I was ready.